realistically, how long can this last, Stephen A? Okay.
You know,
You're laughing at me?
yeah, man, because this is kind of funny. Let me tell y'all something, okay? This could last till the last week of the entire NFL season.
Oh, so you're covering your bets, huh?
And I'm not talking regular season. I'm talking Super Bowl.
Uh-oh.
This could last that long. But it doesn't mean that the accident won't happen.
Oh, okay.
Let's be clear. The Dallas Cowboys look fantastic. I'm still not sold on their defense, even though I believe their defense is considerably better than we all thought it would be. That much has been proven. We understand all of that, Skip Bayless. And Skandrick coming back has helped them immensely, in my estimation. Okay, and McClain, I can't say enough about him. Out of football all of last year to be back this year, he might be comeback player of the year the way that he's looked. No question about it. Got me there. That Tony Romo pass, a couple of touchdown passes, including that one where he zipped it in between two defenders to Escobar. Incredibly impressive. Tony Romo looked absolutely fantastic. Bravo! Absolutely. DeMarco Murray, once again, Skip, he's a man amongst boys. This is why they've got the #1 rushing attack in the NFL. It is because of DeMarco Murray. They have already accumulated 1,118 yards. 7 consecutive games to start an NFL season. Never been done in history. The man has done 100 yards or more in each game. He deserves all the credit in the world. The Dallas Cowboys continue this formula. The Dallas Cowboys can beat anybody. My question is, DeMarco Murray would be on pace to carry the ball about 450 to 480 times.
So?
Is that going to last? No, it's not going to last. I don't believe that for 1 second. At some point in time, you're going to have to. And I saw Dallas a little bit, like a couple of possessions in yesterday's game. He wasn't even in. Joseph Randle was running instead of him, and Dunbar. He wasn't even in the game. So they took him out and looked to be preserving him, conserving him, etc. And then he comes on and he does what he does. But can the Dallas Cowboys continue to do this? If they can continue to do this, they could win it all. I'm telling you, I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Can't see it happening. So the Dallas Cowboys.
But wait, you're saying they could get all the way to the Super Bowl before they implode?
Well, possibilities.
Again, but see, remember, keep in mind, I understand because you love to say get to the question. Back to the question. But consider who you're asking the question to. I am not going to just say, oh, well, you know what? Sure, it could continue. Dallas going to playoffs. Not to say, no, you're asking me about the Cowboys. If you're going to ask me about the Cowboys, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get up to the point where the accident could happen. And I am telling you, I don't know when it's going to happen, but you can book it. It's coming. There is no way, in my estimation, that the Dallas Cowboys will be able to continue to run the ball this effectively, because I don't believe that if DeMarco Murray is allowed to continue to try and carry this load, that he's going to be able to sustain what he has been doing. That is my belief.
So wait a second. Are you conceding that my Cowboys are, in fact, going to win the NFC East?
No, I'm not.
No?
No, I'm not.
I thought you were kind of leaping to that conclusion.
No, I'm saying to you that the brand of football Dallas plays, they can beat anybody. I just don't believe it will last. I don't know when it's going to stop.
You're suggesting,
but the train's going to stop.
Okay. And it's going to stop because DeMarco is going to get banged up. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. Or they're going to run him into the ground. He's not going to have much left.
Do you have amnesia off Friday's show when Coach Herman Edwards sat right
run him to the playoffs.
Remember this? He said, Larry Johnson, I just loaded him up, and he ran us all the way to the playoffs.
That's right.
Then in New York, Curtis Martin, I loaded him up, and he carried us on both shoulders all the way into the playoffs.
I have a question.
Wow. How do you do that?
Now, you all know I love me some Herm Edwards. It's my man. Love him dearly.
Here's a big butt coming.
Where did those two teams go?
Well, they got to the playoffs.
Where'd they go?
Well, all I care is getting to the playoffs.
Really? Oh, that's all you care about?
Yeah.
Well, then if that's the case, we need to stop talking about the Cowboys. Don't need to talk about Cowboys on First Take anymore, because I'm willing to concede I believe they're going to make the playoffs.
Okay, cool.
You do?
Yeah.
As a wild card.
Yeah, probably, because I'm picking the Eagles to win the NFC.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, I believe the Dallas Cowboys go. So if that's what it's all about, then we don't need to talk about them anymore.
No more debate.
Because I think they're going to the playoffs.
Now, back to reality.
I thought that was reality, Skip. I thought that was reality.
No, we're going to do reality.
Okay.
Here's what we saw yesterday, at least what I saw yesterday.
Okay.
I saw a team take another major step toward learning how to win and win big. Not just win to get to the wild card, win the division, who knows, maybe even win their first playoff game. That would be a shocker.
You know what? This is starting to disgust me. I see what you're doing.
Finish.
Go ahead.
I let you
I see
ramble.
what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Yeah, it's
Here's
really low. Go ahead.
Let's look at the perspective of yesterday. Remember, this is 8-8, 8-8, 8-8 the last 3 years. This was a team that had just pulled off its biggest win in years in Seattle. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
The shocker of the NFL season. And they come home to play their first division game against a rival and a quarterback who has tormented them in the past. And what happens? Jerry Jones says last week, it's time to stop and smell the roses. And in the first half, in stretches, they just smelled. They just smelled. And they were in grave danger at 14-all at halftime.
14-all, they were in grave danger.
Yes, they were. Against that team in that building. Remember when Eli opened the building by writing his name on the locker room wall?
Yep.
Remember he inscribed it on his locker? Remember that? Because he lit him up on opening night at Jerry World?
Giants can't run the football, Skip.
Here's the point. Eli was untouched yesterday. Actually, that was wrong. He got touched once. He got sacked 0. So if Eli winds up with the football in his hands when it's time to win the game, I'm closing my eyes because I think it's going to get very scary for my Dallas Cowboys. But what happened in the second half? Tony Romo, QBR, it's my favorite quarterback stat because it includes everything. 0 to 100, had a 100. Tony Romo had a 100 QBR in the second half.
Wait a second, are you sure?
Yes,
Is that what
9 for
they
9.
said? Oh, okay.
9 for 9 for 166 yards, touchdown, no interceptions. No interceptions. Des Bryant, 7 targets, 7 catches for 136 yards in the second half. 50 yards after the catch. These are my Dallas Cowboys who just said, no, we're not going to lose this game. We're going to take it over. And what happened? The final big drive, the field goal drive to ice the game. 1st and 10 at the 20 with 5:28 left. What would that team have done 1 year ago right there at that moment? Romo would have thrown it to some other guy at the other team. DeMarco would have fumbled the football. Or they would have gone 3 and out and punted it to Eli, and he would have tied the score and taken them into overtime. And what happened? Des Bryant, 10-yard catch. DeMarco, 8-yard run on 3rd and 1. DeMarco, 17-yard run. Dez over the middle, 13 more yards. And before you knew what had happened, Dan Bailey, or as I call him, Dan Money, split the uprights. And the game was over because these Cowboys, as I keep telling you, are different. The defense is bend but don't break. It bends a lot. It's not great. It doesn't rush the passer yet, but I think it will figure out how to rush the passer. And it's scoring defense. Dallas is 10th in the NFL. That's pretty good. 10th in the NFL in scoring defense for a defense that was widely regarded as on its way to becoming historically bad.
Wait, so wait, hold on. Your takeaway is that not only do they know how to win,
they're
know how to
learning
win it
step
big.
by step how to do this the right way.
All right.
That was a huge win. To bookend the Seattle win with that one against in the first division game, that was huge for their psyche.
The Dallas Cowboys won the game yesterday because DeMarco Murray and Des Bryant were the 2 best players on the entire.
Oh, so you're eliminating Tony Romo.
Well, yeah, because DeMarco Murray and Des Bryant.
9 for 9 in the second half.
Well, again, that's impressive, but Des Bryant was making plays after the catch, too. And DeMarco Murray was running roughshod over the Giants. They were the 2 best players on the field. Nobody was even close. And as a result, that's why the Dallas Cowboys won that football game. In the end, however, I'm just saying to you, as I look at the Cowboys, it's about their formula. If they run the football, their success without question is predicated on their ability to run the football. Randall and Dunbar couldn't run it, but when DeMarco Murray was in the game, he found a way to run the football effectively against the Giants, whose defensive line I thought was holding their own against.
I thought much of the time they won both lines of scrimmage.
There you go. But my point to you is DeMarco Murray was still finding ways to make plays in spite of that, whereas Randall and Dunbar couldn't do it. So I look at them and I say, if that continues, Dallas to me is the team to beat in the entire NFC. I just don't believe it's going to continue.
No.
Well, right now, to me, The Dallas Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen to opponents week after week after
You
week.
take his words and use them
Yes.
against
Well,
You know
him.
what?
very much.
Skip says that because Skip looks at Dallas's remaining schedule. Yes, you've got Indy on the schedule. Yes, you've got Washington. Of course, you got to deal with Philadelphia. There's no doubt. You still got another game against the Giants. You've got Washington, which in some people's odds are 2. Give me.
Okay, so a week from tonight, they got the
Monday
Redskins
night.
at home.
Wait, please. Are we supposed to believe that the Redskins are going to beat them in Dallas?
I didn't say that.
That's not going to happen.
Then
All right.
Arizona comes to Jerry World. Well, that'll be
The schedule's
tough.
not that great.
Interesting.
All right.
You know?
Also, now you're saying it's easy.
It's easy.
Hold on, we said that before the season.
Oh, we did.
Yes, we
maybe,
did.
Maybe I did.
No.
You did.
We did. We all said
both
that.
did?
That's why I had given them 6 or 7 victories because of their schedule.
Not even 8.
The triangle offense, so to speak, of Romo, Dez, and DeMarco does it again. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Brandon